In 2025, Chuckles825 performed a speedrun of the arcade port of Crazy Taxi for the Awesome Games Done Quick charity event. However, he required additional assistance to avoid a predictable problem. What was the problem and solution? I'll say that again. In 2025, Chuckles825 performed a speedrun of the arcade port of Crazy Taxi for the Awesome Games Done Quick charity event. However, he required additional assistance to avoid a predictable problem. What was the problem and solution?
Adam and Sam, are you familiar with Crazy Taxi?
No.
It's an old arcade game where you are driving a taxi really fast and crashing into a lot of stuff.
Sorry, you just described it as an old game, and I recognize it is, but
it
if
is
it's
an
any
old
consolation,
game, Tom.
that stabbed me through the heart.
I'm sorry, Tom, but it is now, in the history of games, Crazy
Yes.
Taxi is an old one.
Yes, it's old enough that I've played it, which is saying something, in arcades.
Sure.
Ben, do you know how long this game normally takes? Like how long this speedrun could have taken?
I don't know how long a speedrun of Crazy Taxi is, but probably not very long. It could be minutes. It's probably minutes. My guess is that it has something to do with because a lot of speed runs require really precise inputs at really specific times, and making sure that you're pressing all of these buttons all at the same time at the right time. And maybe there was some reason that he couldn't press all of the buttons when he needed to. But
that would make some sense to me.
The people who assisted were not playing the game.
People who assisted were not playing the game. Okay, so sorry. So just to be clear so that I have the question.
Yeah.
This guy was playing Crazy Taxi, doing a speed run of it.
Yeah.
And it's just that he needed help from another person for part of the speed run, and we need to figure out what he needed help with.
No, I'm going to reread the question. He required additional assistance to avoid a predictable problem.
Tom, can we know how long the speedrun took?
You're right in saying it was a few minutes. I think it was about 20, 30 at most.
Oh, okay. Because my thought was did he need someone to help him go to the bathroom because the speed run was so long?
Right. I mean, that was my first thought, but it sounds like it's not an endurance feat.
Yeah.
It's he didn't have the problem. The event organizers did. Ben, have you played Crazy Taxi? Do you have any memories of it?
I have never played Crazy Taxi. I know sort of what it is, and it's most basic.
For those of us who grew up on it, there are certain parts of it burned into our head that I will not tell you right now. But yes, this was a problem for the event organizers.
Is there something deeply offensive in the game Crazy Taxi that has to be shielded from the other viewers of the speedrun?
You know how earlier, Sam, you were talking about content and questions about content?
Yes.
Have a think about what problems might be caused there. It's not that it's deeply offensive. I don't think they'd have played that. But there's something else in there.
My guess is that the arcade version of Crazy Taxi featured brand logos or something that maybe couldn't be shown, or some kind of copyrighted material that couldn't be shown. Is that getting anywhere?
Are there naked people?
Ben, you're very close there. There actually were brands in the game as well. They got some sponsorship in there to help pay the bills. But you were talking about something else in there.
Copyrighted material? Is it about copyright?
Yes, it is. That was the problem. How might other people help solve that?
Was there music being played that they couldn't be playing, and so someone else had to play music?
Yes. Yes, you've basically got it.
Okay.
People, though.
The dialogue? Is it that they needed people to say the lines that are in the game Crazy Taxi?
No, you're right with the music. They couldn't play out the music tracks from the game. It would automatically get the stream shut down. As someone who did grow up on that, the opening notes of All I Want by The Offspring are just kind of burned into my head. They are iconic to this game. You could not leave that out. But they've got to mute the audio.
What, so they had people sing the song, right? Is that what we're getting at?
They had a full live band.
Oh, nice.
That's cool.
This is a speedrun of the Dreamcast version of Crazy Taxi. It is known for its soundtrack, which is mostly The Offspring. I think there's some Bad Religion music in there as well. It would cause them legal issues if they played that out. You cannot play Crazy Taxi without that music. And so they brought in a live band.
Sounds delightful.
Which is still in violation of copyright. It's just less likely to get automatically detected and shut down. The Lateral Producers Club is at lateralcast.com if you would like more Lateral, fewer adverts, and to support the show.